It's getting closer to the biggest party of the summer. And to commemorate the start of summer and to calculate the record heat waves across the US, how about we take things to the extremes? Or just talk about the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Greetings, everyone. I'm the voice of reason, one of the co-hosts of the Haymakers podcast, and join me, as always, is Nikki V. And Kanako the Squirrel.
It's far too cold to be summer here.
All right, you're in Australia.
I'm in 3 layers, and I'm in the tropics.
Just for the record, I had, for the entire, the first week of July, I had nothing but, 99-degree weather, and most of that was just because of the humidity, and that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's been about the same here. It's humid as balls over here.
I'm sure it's not nice in Maine where Calcos is.
How can it be nice? He's in Maine.
True. Anyway, let's talk about... All right, we got 11 matches on this card, and that's not including the kickoff show. And the kickoff show is The New Day taking on Sanity in a tables match.
Why this is getting bumped to the pre-show? I get that Sanity's kind of new, but it's just it's also a stipulation match, and theoretically that would have more stakes or something than say something like Balor and Corbin
or Roman and Bobby.
Well, we know exactly why Roman and Bobby are, but...
Oh yeah, I agree. We know why it's there. It's just those are the 2 matches on the card that I could go. Okay, that could be swapped with this match. Just based on it's a singles match at a pay-per-view show that has no stipulation, or if it was Roman versus Bobby and the winner goes on to gets something, or something some kind of stipulation, or
we'll talk more about that when we get to Reigns Lashley. We're talking about a New Day Sanity right now, but
yeah. So,
so Sanity so far on the main roster. Well, so we think of Sanity so far on the main roster because so far they've been presented as exclusively heels, kind of. They're kind of still anarchic, but
Well, that's how they. That's also how they started off in NXT too.
Yeah, and here's the thing. NXT is kind of hard to go. Yes, they're going to be a face. They're going to be face, or they're going to be heel on the main roster. The reason being, we've noticed a lot that there's a lot of stars that go from being on the main roster, go from being on NXT to the main roster, and their role switches. A good example of that is Bobby Roode, who has pretty much been exclusively heel in NXT, but is now face. Sanity, the moment I knew what their gimmick was and I saw the people who were in it, I went, well, they're going to be heels on main roster.
All right. So, who are we taking?
I'm gonna take Sanity on this one. The primary reason is when I think about how it would finish the match. Sanity would probably have the best chance of breaking a table on Xavier, Kofi, or Big E than Kofi or Big E performing the Midnight Hour. Sorry, the Midnight Owl onto a table.
So I can see this match going one of 2 ways. So Kofi, Big E, one of the New Day members are laying against the table that's put up in the corner, and Killian does his crossbody into him. It's going to go one of 2 ways. That's either going to work, or it's not. The person's going to get out of the way, and Killian Dane's going to go through the table. But okay. I'm going to go with the Sanity. Killian just squashes Xavier through the table because that Xavier seems to be the one who eats pins and such in the New Day, which is sad because Xavier's a really good wrestler.
Are we operating on the like you remember on the Raw after Mania 32, I think it was, when the Dudleys and the Usos had a tables match, and the Uso A basically threw himself through a table, like tried to do a frog splash off a table and ate shit and just went through the table.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And
I'm rules that have been more prevalent recently, where it doesn't matter who, like, it doesn't matter how, as long as a member of that team goes through a table, the other team wins.
Bubba Ray Dudley was pissed.
It's like,
Now you can call for the bell. Okay. I guess I'll take Sanity as well. It's their debut pay-per-view. If they lose here, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Hasn't
it's
really
also
hasn't really stopped any other tag teams from coming up from NXT from getting fucked before, but I still have hope.
It's also the New Day, and they've been recently willing to lose to new guys to put them over. Because they're in a position where they can eat losses and still be relevant.
Right, they did that with the Bludgeon Brothers pretty well, so.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why, that's kind of like part of the reason why I'm fine with saying Sanity wins.
Okay.
All right, next match. Nikki, you want to take this one?
Sure. It is Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens inside the confines of a steel cage.
Kevin gonna die.
Kevin. Poor Kevin. So, I'm going to try and do what I do from time to time and try and predict how this will end. And how the wrestlers will go, okay, well, wrestlers and producer in this case, are going to book this match. So I think how this is going to go is Braun Strowman is going to lawn dart Kevin Owens through the cage, and Kevin Owens is going to win, thusly. That makes Braun Strowman look strong, and it also gives a win to Kevin, who desperately needs it.
If this were a smaller man, I would tend to agree with you. But
It's Braun fucking Strowman.
Even with Braun Strowman's Herculean strength, Kevin Owens is damn near 300 pounds.
Close to it.
See, that's... See, when I say lawn dart, I would be fine with it just being a power
like
slam
a hip
kind
toss.
of throw.
Yeah, or something
Power
like
slam,
that.
like, instead of his running power slam where he slams him in the ground, just running power slam through the cage.
Actually, funny thing,
Yeah.
actually, when you mention that, I actually have a different way of what might happen. Depending on where they put, depending on what they do with the ring, like, I could actually see like Kevin Owens taking a power slam off the top rope, and he just just falls through the floor, and then he escapes like Bradshaw did when his match against, I think it was either the Big Show or the Undertaker when he was champion.
It was Big Show. It was Big Show at No Way Out 2005.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was the one. It was the steel cage with the razor wire at the top.
Right.
Yeah. So
I remember this because that's when I started rewatching wrestling again.
yeah. So something along the lines of that, where like he gets like planted through, planted through the ring, and he escapes underneath it.
That would be hilarious, and that would be helpful for Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Although
we're all in agreement that...
Hold on.
Hold it on.
Okay.
Braun Strowman's winning.
Oh. Okay.
Like, yeah, this is setting up for like, Kevin Owens is gonna win via escape, but here I'm thinking, they're booking Braun as a god. Like, nobody can stop Braun Strowman. Like, and
Except
I think
for
that
Braun
they're
Strowman.
Sure, but I think that they're going to kind of swerve people and just be like, oh, we're presenting this really obvious example of how Kevin Owens can win by escaping cage, Nope, we're just gonna have Braun like power slam him like 4 times and just get the win that way.
See, in my opinion, if Braun Strowman does that, he should get the title shot against, like,
Sure. Like Braun, like I can make that case forever. Braun Strowman should always be getting the title shot.
or at least it like, from the standpoint of Raw at the moment, whoever wins Kevin versus Braun and Roman versus Bobby, those two have I'm English. It's my only language, and I fuck up constantly. Out of those like 4, whoever wins their matches have to have a number 1 contenders for SummerSlam. That would make that would be the most sensible thing to do. But I have a feeling they're just gonna go, it's Roman. Why?
Also for this match, I think it would be really nice if they finally booked a Money in the Bank competitor to actually win. Well, they always do that. Like, they always job out Mr. Money in the Bank for months before he cashes in. And I fucking hate that. And I would like for that to not.
Well, see, Braun Strowman losing because he threw Kevin Owens out of the cage isn't really him being, like, jobbed out. It's, like, him making him misjudging his own strength, which is a fine thing to do, especially if you're a monster.
I would still prefer if he did not make that move. So.
Oh yeah, like, I can totally get it, and I could, like, I am going with something that I think is a bit more fun and interesting story-wise, instead of just Braun Strowman squashes Kevin.
So, Kanaka, you're taking Kevin Owens?
I'm taking Kevin Owens to win this match, yes.
And so am I. I'm also going to take KO to desperately get a win. All right, next match.
I don't think he's won, like, all year.
Next
Besides
match.
getting into Money in the Bank, like, I can't think of a single time Kevin Owens has won a match this year.
I don't think so. No, I can't think of one.
So the next match is Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin.
Make sure you pronounce that right, good sir.
I know exactly how I'm pronouncing it.
Good.
As the Australian
normally.
So, quick question: Constable gimmick working or not working?
Not working.
Ooh.
Not working.
This is, like, I know that this is not saying a lot, but this is the best thing that Baron Corbin's done in his career.
And it's still shit.
Like, it feels like Corbin is actually having fun with this character, whereas before...
Oh yeah, like it looks like he's...
Hold on. Like, it felt like he was just going through the motions with his old character. Like, he was just kind of doing, hey, I'm Baron Corbin. Man, and this, it feels like he's getting a little bit of personality, character, and it's good for him.
Yeah, I'll say...
So,
just maybe have him do less fucking nursery rhymes if that's not too much to ask.
So my issue is Finn is really good with back and forth promos. Corbin, on the other hand, not so much.
Corbin is a little hit or miss with it. Like he'll have some good ones. But...
As a much funnier man has stated, Finn's going, you look stupid in that outfit and you're bald, and Baron's comeback is, you've got hair and you're short and you look good. And it's like at this point, it's kind of like, who's the face and who's the, like, it's clear that...
No,
because
that's not the question. That's not the question for this feud. Everybody knows Finn's the face. Like that's.
Well, it's more the fact that Corbin is a dick. The issue is how... See, all of Corbin's thing is, oh, I'm the constable because Stephanie McMahon said so. But she didn't. All his pseudo power is imaginary in his own head. Which, I'm like,
That is.
I'm waiting for the time Stephanie McMahon comes back and goes, wait a minute, you've been putting my boy Kevin Owens up against him constantly, and you've been laughing at him, to Kurt, obviously, and then goes to Corbin, and it's like, Stephanie, come back, you need to run your brand, things are going crazy over here, Jesus.
It's a runaway train.
The inmates are literally running the asylum.
Oh no, wait until Ambrose comes back.
Oh boy.
Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
I miss. But yeah, now that I think about it, we've never actually seen Stephanie McMahon talking with Baron Corbin.
Yep.
So Corbin may just be fucking with Kurt Angle.
Yep.
That might be neat.
That'd be
Okay.
interesting.
Sami Zayn, yep.
Alright, so match.
I'm gonna go with Corbin on this one.
Okay.
See, my indie cred and my Balor Club / Bullet Club
Merchandise.
favoritism is wanting me to shout Finn Balor to the top, at the top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But my brain is saying, you're a fucking idiot, Baron Corbin's winning this, this match is going to go to SummerSlam and be on the pre-show or something.
So what you picking?
I'm going to go with Corbin.
Okay, Nikki?
You said like you were going to explain why you were taking Corbin.
Because
Voice.
it's the smart...
No, not voice.
Voice.
Oh,
Voice.
why am I picking Corbin?
Mhm.
I was gonna say, primary reason. I think this is a to show that the whole the constable gimmick, like what I say goes, a gimmick that is, I'll admit is actually, I'll agree it is working for him. So a win will work in his favor. Otherwise, Corbin will look like a joke if he does. So I'm picking Corbin. And Nikki, who you got?
I guess I'll take Corbin. Like, Balor really doesn't need this win, and Corbin's kind of restarting. Corbin's kind of restarting his gimmick with this. Oh yeah, I could use it. Convincing win.
All right, next match. We have Braun. Sorry, no. Where am I? Okay. For the United States Championship, Jeff Hardy taking on Shinsuke Nakamura.
Well, at least Shinsuke's winning a title.
So, here's the issue with that.
Oh God, don't do this.
Somebody reads dirt sheets. Somebody knows something about this pay-per-view.
Yes.
I'm picking Jeff Hardy because apparently all the titles aren't swapping hands. You're going to see a repeating theme here.
That's stupid. Who wrote that? Is somebody stupid?
Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez.
Hey, well, Meltzer has been wrong before.
Oh yeah, I see. I'm doing the smart thing, and I'm going with my head this time instead of my heart, because I have predicted Shinsuke Nakamura to win a lot, and I've been disappointed every fucking time.
I'm using my head because Jeff Hardy's been like going through injury. Like he's been working on a bum leg for like 2 months. That's why he wasn't on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, because he's fucking broken. Yeah, and not that way.
Oh, well, technically now is Nakamura.
Although I do kind of like the thing that they're like the kind of tiny gimmick change that they're doing with Hardy, with the whole he's using more face paint, and he's kind of like talking about his brain and stuff.
That's kind of like his gimmick from TNA.
Well, I was
Not
gonna say
the-
that started like late 2000s when he came back the second time to WWE because he started using the face paint more.
It's been like that's been his thing in TNA for a long time.
What, with
When he came-
the brain stuff?
Not just the brain stuff, the face paint and such. That's always been like.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
always
Hardy's
used
always
that as a-
Hardy's always had like face like that, but like I'm talking like you don't think of Jeff Hardy as a promo guy. Like he doesn't really do that many great promos.
He's had a couple, but he needs a good opponent for it. Unfortunately, Nakamura is not the best opponent for that.
Right.
The issue is Jeff Hardy in WWE isn't known for that. In Impact, he was known as a promo guy. He's actually quite good at it when he's not high off his ass.
Well,
yeah.
he's had good going back to when his second run in WWE. He had his stuff with Edge and Punk were some of his best work on the mic.
Oh yeah. If the story's right, he's really good. If it's he's got a good partner to work with. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He needs a good talking partner.
Yeah. Even still, though, like he's more of a wrestling guy. Like he does his best work in the ring.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to Matt, who does the best talking.
Yeah.
See, there is a reason why I am also picking Jeff, because I'm trying to reverse psychology myself by picking Jeff Hardy to win, and then have actually Shinsuke win. Shh, don't tell anyone.
That is what we call in the business hedging our bets.
Yes, that's called, I'm gonna pick this guy even though I want this guy to win.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to take Nakamura just because they probably want to get the title off of him so that they can move on to a bigger program or they can move on to a program that doesn't involve somebody who needs fucking surgery for SummerSlam.
Or at least time to rest.
Yeah, like Cien Almas, or I don't know, probably too early because he's still healed. We'll work on it.
Not Cien, because Cien needs more time to rack up some wins, and if he faces Nakamura now, Nakamura is going to beat him.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Plus
I will
it'd be heel versus heel.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm also by the way, Nikki, I'm also taking Nakamura taking off of Hardy, so Hardy can rest up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm the only one picking Hardy just because I'm hedging my bets basically.
Hey, don't. Yeah. I think most people. Well, we're probably gonna have one of us is gonna have. Depending on. Which actually probably this next match coming up, we'll probably just decide who's picking who. So next is Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley.
This is getting hilarious.
Hilarious good or hilarious bad?
Hilarious bad.
This is possibly the two worst promo guys in WWE in a promo off.
Like, they're trolling us at this point. Like,
see, now
Vince McMahon just signed $1 billion contract for SmackDown, and now he's pointing to the smarks and is like, "Oh, am I doing this wrong now? I just signed fucking SmackDown over for $1 billion. Oh, I guess this Roman thing is working. Haha, fuck you."
yes, Vince, that is totally why they're both on Raw.
Like, oh man, this is just like.
So here's the issue with this match that I have.
Besides everything.
Besides everything. They're both supposedly baby faces. This has no stipulation, hardly any build other than Bobby's like, "Hey, you wouldn't have been the guy if I didn't leave." And Roman's like, "I still would have been the guy because you're shit." And here's the thing. They could have done the smart thing and used this to be kind of like the starting point for Roman's heel turn, but they're not.
Here's the thing. Roman has been unarguably the heel in the field. Like, it's not up for debate. I've even talked to my friend who is like a gigantic Roman mark and like thinks that he's fucking dreamy. Even she admits Roman's been a cock in the build to this. Like he is whiny, he is old, like he openly treats Bobby Lashley like shit for no reason. Like he's a fucking asshole.
But you're describing his character for the past couple of months.
Yeah, but it's been amplified for the last few. At least before you could be like, oh, at least he's still kind of fucking like jokey on the. No, he's been a cock. He's been a fucking asshole. Like, I would say that they've already turned Roman heel, but I feel like they would have made a bigger deal out of it. Like even commentary starting to go. You could say that it's entitlement or intensity from Roman. Like they're legitimately doing the split down the middle thing for Roman, just fucking pants on head retarded.
See, if they were saying it's either entitlement or it's like it's either entitlement or a fact. If it was that, I'd be kind of okay with that, because then it's like they're either saying, oh yeah, he's entitled, or he's actually like deserved those shots. But
yeah, but it's really hard to say that he's like. It's really hard to make somebody entitled and also a face.
Oh yeah, that's like, and that's what I would be saying. Like, commentary starts leaning on the idea of maybe he's an entitled heel.
Yeah.
Without saying entitled heel, obviously. Entitled would be okay, but not using their H word. So who wants to sing a song with me?
Anyone? Winslow.
Roman Reigns, the guy who has wet hair. Roman Reigns, the guy who wins the matches.
So you're gonna be pissed at me. I'm picking Bobby Lashley.
Fuck you!
I'm not pissed with you. Fucking go for it, man.
I would be
Surrender
happy
your
if Bobby Lashley.
I
would see. I'm going to be happy either way, because either you're wrong and I go up on a point on you, or you're right and I get to laugh at Roman again.
Why are you taking?
As much as I would like, I know this is weird to say. As much as I like Roman to win and Bobby just uses a enhancement, I think Bobby could. Bobby winning here would actually have him more legitimate, because his last feud was awful, and we can all agree that the feud between Bobby and Sami Zayn was the pits. So having him win in a legitimate feud would actually boost him up, instead of having Sami Zayn run around the ring for a good 10 minutes trying not to get hit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
so
here's the other thing with the feud. Bobby Lashley is very much being used as a Brock surrogate. Like, they have a lot of the same similarities. Like, they both have the MMA career. They both left. Like even though Roman alludes to the fact that Lashley is there all the time. What? But so Roman beating Bobby would be basically going, yeah, Roman can beat Brock now, because he beat Lashley, who's like Brock. You get?
maybe, I don't know. It's a little harder, because I think they'll still bring up more of Lashley's wrestling acumen more than his MMA stuff. So yeah, I think Lashley will win it here. All right. Next match. This is this is actually a match I'm actually intrigued about.
Actually, before we go on, I'm just looking at the rest of the card, and the order that they have on Wikipedia is a little weird. Like, look at what the top match is.
Yeah, I kind of, well, as much as, yeah, looking at that, I kind of want that to happen, though.
I'd be
Oh.
fine with that. This order.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
all right, next match.
Okay, next match. This is gonna be an interesting one. I think maybe it will possibly be match of the night, with the exception of the top title card. Dolph Ziggler, with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the IC Championship.
This legit could be match of the night because Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins are both amazing wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see any other match that could like match that with the possibility of Styles Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that in a second, but like, yeah, this is from an in-ring perspective. These are two of the best guys in the company, both coming in here healthy, and like, yeah, give them 30 minutes. Although it is a little bit weird that didn't their match on SmackDown didn't their match on Raw for the title a few weeks ago go longer than 30 minutes?
I don't remember. I'd have to look at the pro.
I'd have to go to Cage Side.
Yeah, I have to look at the pro
Okay.
sheets.
I think I remember reading somewhere that match went 32 minutes.
Well, if I get
So,
well, there's
does
also
this feed into the theory that Kurt Angle is just incompetent?
oh, maybe it could go into OT like it did with Charlotte and Charlotte and Sasha. Although
Yeah.
it
It would go into it scoreless like the 60-minute Iron Man match.
Oh,
Maybe.
I would love that. Like
If it went scoreless.
if it went scoreless and they have to finish it like 1-0, like I don't know. Actually, wasn't there a World Cup
Bret
match
Hart
that?
and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to think. Since it's a World Cup season, I wonder if there was. I forgot if there was a World Cup match that went into extra time and it won 1-0. I know
Not this year. Like it's weird with the World Cup this year. There hasn't been it's been really high scoring. Like I don't think there's been a single scoreless draw. Like I remember seeing that.
No, no. I meant like in the quarter like the quarters and the semis. I meant like I know the Croatia and England went was tied 1-1, and then it went to extra. I think they Croatia won at the 104th minute.
Welcome to our World Cup podcast.
but I could definitely. But I'm just using that as an analogy for Ziggler and Rollins. So I can see I definitely could see it going as a 1-1 tie into extra or 0-0 tie into extra.
If JBL was still on commentary, there would be like 6 million World Cup references. You know this.
Probably.
So
He loves his soccer.
The match you're thinking of was on the 25th of the 6th this year, and it was 27 minutes and 45 seconds, and it was a DQ.
No, the one that he won the title.
No, that was 18 minutes.
Really? I could have swore they had a match that went more than 30 minutes.
Unless there's a house show where that happened, maybe.
Doubt it.
No, that obviously not be working.
But-
Oh well, either way.
Anyway, who are we all taking?
Ziggler.
Ziggler.
Rollins.
Oh, okay.
So there's a reason why I'm picking Ziggler, because Drew's gonna turn on the fucker.
Oh. I'm gonna say wait on that. I think they're gonna make it a triple threat at SummerSlam for that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I could
Yeah, that
totally
could work.
see. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Drew helps Ziggler win, and then on the lead up to SummerSlam, Drew turns on Dolph.
No, I'm gonna say the opposite. Ziggler McIntyre costs him the title,
Mm-hmm.
and then that will lead into a triple threat at SummerSlam. It's like, oh, I don't need you. I can do it on my own. McIntyre does it, and then McIntyre wins it.
I just like the idea of Dolph Ziggler having the title, like lording it over a prone Seth Rollins, and then him turning around and getting Claymore kicked in the face. I just like that as a concept.
Yeah, because you know that like Ziggler would sell it like he's being shot with a fucking
Yes.
cannon.
That is the exact reason why I want to see that.
I think that they are gonna go a little bit slower build with this because, like so far they've been doing the Ziggler McIntyre thing really well. Like
Here's
it's
the
one
thing.
of it's one of the few stories on Raw that you can legitimately say this is going well.
Here's the thing. WWE doesn't like to do slow builds.
Sure, but like do what?
And I do agree with you. I'd love this to be a slow build. It's just I don't see Vince having the patience for it.
Well, it also just started. Like it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Like Dolph just got the title like the night after Money in the Bank. He's only been champion for like 4 weeks. Give him a run with the title for a good long time. There's plenty of faces on Raw in the mid card who like Dolph can feud with, like Finn, Bobby.
Here's the thing, Drew would be a heel.
But wait. Yeah, so it would work either way. But
Yeah,
I would say if Drew's gonna turn, like he's gonna be fucking babyface.
So he's
gonna do like he was in NXT. Basically.
No, I don't think so. It's gonna go one of two ways. Either Dolph is going to retain in at SummerSlam. Either Dolph retains here, we go to SummerSlam, and Dolph holds onto it as well with the help of McIntyre. We eventually have the Dolph McIntyre turn thing, and Dolph stays on with the company, or he loses it at SummerSlam, and Dolph leaves the company.
Didn't he just sign like a really long-term deal?
Yeah, he signed a lucrative contract too.
No. His contract is coming up.
Oh, okay.
They've given him the title to try and keep him on.
Where did you hear that? I haven't heard that anywhere. I heard that might be the case with Daniel Bryan, but like not with Ziggler.
Actually, no. I'll get to what's going on with Daniel Bryan in the next match, but I believe that's how it's going to go because Dolph hasn't signed anything yet.
No, where did you hear that from? Because I haven't. That's what
the What Culture guys.
Oh.
Yes.
Anyway, next match.
The Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan, versus Team Hell No, also known as Daniel Bryan's retirement leaving WWE tour.
Yes. This is awesome. Like.
So, I hate to put a rain on your parade, but want to know why?
No, you don't. That's like one of your favorite things.
Okay, yes, it is, but who cares? Daniel, want to know why the WWE are doing all of these Daniel Bryan like once in a lifetime matches now?
Because he actually hasn't re-signed, and WWE are kind of skittish about. Yeah, they're kind of skittish about. Hey, he might up and fucking go to New Japan.
And that's why I think this match isn't. And there is multiple reasons why my choice is going to go the way it is based upon the team of Hell No.
Mm-hmm.
So Daniel Bryan might be leaving. They don't want to put a title on it, a tag team title on him. If they're going to put any title, it's going to either be the world title or the
US
title at some point. Either one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a singles title. Kane is the Republican?
He's the he's the Republican candidate for the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. I think that's it. Knox County.
Yes.
And so
and that part of the country, like if you're the Republican candidate,
Hashtag blue wave.
you're gonna win.
Hashtag
Probably.
blue wave. Yeah, so like those reasons are reason enough for me to go Bludgeon Brothers are gonna win this. I don't see the Bludgeon Brothers losing the titles either. At least not until SummerSlam. I could theoretically see him losing it at SummerSlam, but I could also see him holding onto those belts for longer.
Yeah.
I
I
okay.
also think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to retain because it's like if Daniel Bryan does resign, then they aren't going to want him to be beholden to the tag scene which is already fucking stacked.
Oh yeah.
Like they have the fucking the bar just sitting around waiting for Sheamus to not have a busted neck anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that like they have plenty of tag teams to work with. So and if he doesn't resign, then they aren't going to want him like holding a title. So this is kind of like, hey, one last run with Kane. That was like some of his best stuff. You guys like that?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then they're probably also going to have one more match with Miz for the first, or just a one-on-one match with the Miz at SummerSlam, and
I
that
could
would
also
probably
see
be
Miz costing him this match as well.
sure that could play into it as well.
Yep.
And yeah, Miz versus Bryan, SummerSlam. You could maybe even throw in a loser leaves town stipulation.
Ooh.
I think it's a bit early for that, especially with
Well, his
unless
contract-
they would.
Well,
His
and-
contract expires in September.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
fair point.
but I think he has actually some events scheduled beyond September.
Okay.
Well,
If they're
remember
just
in
house
wrestling,
shows, then
remember in
Yeah.
wrestling, the card is always subject to change.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
One, like that is rule one of like cards when it comes to wrestling.
Right.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'll also take the bludgeons. Yeah, pretty much the
The
reasons you guys said.
Like I said, the Bludgeons, like that's their last name.
Well, they are
This
the
is-
Bludgeon Brothers.
This is Harper Bludgeon and his brother Rowan Bludgeon.
No,
Well, they are the
no relation.
Bludgeon Brothers, like the Mario Brothers.
Luigi Mario.
This is Harper and Rowan Harper.
It's stupid.
Anyway, next.
Hey, what's your name? Mario. What's your other brother's name? Mario.
Anyway, next match, please.
The next match.
No, let's talk more about the fucking Super Mario Brothers movie.
It's a bomb.
Oh, that I unapologetically love that movie. Like fuck people who say that movie sucks. That movie was hilarious.
Just because a movie is hilarious doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean it's bad.
It made
either.
me laugh. It made me laugh.
Yeah, but so did the happening
Anyway,
and Lady in the
anyway.
Water.
Next match.
Oh boy. Carmella, the champion, is going to be taking on Asuka with the stipulation of James Ellsworth being suspended above the ring in a shark cage. Okay. What's the over under time for when Ellsworth will either A, escape the shark cage or B, assist Carmella?
So this is gonna go one of two
Like-
ways, which scares me.
I'll put the over under. I'll put the over under at like 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll put
I'm
the
gonna say 7 minutes.
I'll
Alright,
say
She's going over.
I'll say over 8.
Ah,
Okay.
both going over.
I'm going under like between 5 and 7, basically.
Okay.
I think he's going to drop Ace to Carmella like very early in the match.
Mm-hmm.
So this match is going to go one way, but it's going to lead up to a match at SummerSlam because there isn't really enough. Like it's either Carmella or it's either going to be Asuka versus Carmella again, or Carmella versus Becky.
Yeah.
Either match I'm fine with because Carmella isn't holding on to that belt past SummerSlam.
Actually,
Sadly,
wasn't James Ellsworth already in a shark cage?
yes, and he slipped through the bars.
Yeah, I tried.
Wait. When was this? Because I don't
It was
remember
2016. I forget which match it was.
It was another Carmella match. It's Carmella versus someone?
Well, yeah, that would be what a Carmella match is.
I'm blanking on who he was. Okay, wait, so it was 2017? What the heck was he else in a shark cage? Because when it comes to the shark cage matches, two of them have been really good. The Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns one, and then the TM6 one and the Authors of Pain one were both really good. I don't remember how the Ellsworth one went with Carmella.
I cannot remember Ellsworth being in a shark cage for the life of me.
I vividly remember him being in a shark cage and slipping
You
through
might be thinking
between
of
the bars.
Enzo. Yeah,
Oh, no,
I think
yeah,
you're
that was
thinking of Enzo.
Oh yeah.
That was
Another
the
small
other
annoying
shark
bastard.
cage, who might somehow be even slimier.
Yeah.
So here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would find it funny about him slipping between the bars more than just dropping down the mace.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Why not both?
My question. Well, he could do both. Like, he could drop the thing, and then that doesn't work, and then slip down.
Right. Fucking
Yeah,
monsters.
I would prefer Ellsworth doing that over, like, I would like that, because then it's like, okay, the first attempt didn't work. It took Ellsworth actually getting involved in the match to get Asuka to lose. And remember, Ellsworth could, that could be an interesting thing. And that would push forward the whole Ellsworth Asuka thing. Okay, I just had an idea. Asuka's gonna win this match, but she's gonna win it because Ellsworth slaps her. And then Asuka beats the living shite out of him.
Asuka wins clean. Let's get this fucking over with.
I also say Asuka wins.
But who does she face at? But then who does she face at SummerSlam?
Becky,
because then we have to.
Charlotte, fucking Tamina, anyone.
But she's a face, and then
Lana.
Okay.
Carmella would get a rematch, which she would take at SummerSlam.
But anyway,
they could easily do it on SmackDown. Like, I was on board with this Carmella title reign for a little while because, she's kind of gotten a little better on the mic. But goddamn, she fucking sucks in the ring, and her interactions with Ellsworth are not entertaining, which I fucking called.
The stuff with Ellsworth is just like awful, and the fact that they're going with a incel gimmick with him is just disgusting.
What do you mean?
Sorry, what?
Nikki? What do you mean, Nikki?
I want this Carmella title reign to be fucking over. So I'm saying Asuka wins.
I mean, voice.
No, I hate basically the gimmick they gave him is the quote involuntary celibate gimmick. I hate it. It's disgusting. I like the fact that WWE is even thinking of doing this gimmick in today's stuff. In today's climate is showing that they are either they are trolling the audience or they're way fucking behind the times, and it is infuriating that they're doing this.
Now you know how I feel. Looks over at the Bobby Lashley Sami Zayn feud and waves.
Yeah, I can understand why that one would kind of be a little bit problematic for you.
Yeah.
Well, hell, just to go on something from last year, one of the storylines that I put on for worst storyline for 2017 was Alicia Fox being used as a trophy in the cruiserweight division.
Alicia Fox.
But anyway, let's move on to a better match.
Yeah, I think we're all going Oscar. I'm just going Oscar
Yeah.
via DQ.
Yeah,
You have Carmella retaining because
Yeah.
you are apparently a masochist.
No, because I want Becky to beat the hell out of
I
Mel.
want Asuka to beat the hell out of Carmella and Becky and Charlotte and literally everyone in the world.
Okay. All right, next better match, please.
Well, it's not this. It's
Yeah.
Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against the team.
The B team isn't getting the belts.
No, but this is probably the one of the best storylines so far.
It's been
Oh yeah,
alright.
it's funny as fuck.
Like, I feel like they were trying to like they're obviously trying to make B Team like the comedy duo like Fashion Police was this time last year.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're not quite at the Fashion Files level because Fashion Files was like some of the best stuff that they've made in years. But like B Team's okay. I do like the fact that this means that we're getting extended screen time between Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt.
See,
I kind of wish Bray hadn't gotten into a car accident and kind of fucked up the build to this, but hey, what can you do?
here's the thing. This feud has made me realize, dear God, they look similar.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And
Every
also
time Bo
sound
Dallas
similar.
cosplays as Bray Wyatt, it's fucking on.
Yeah, it's like I could have used these two as a team as the Wyatt brothers.
We gotta keep that a secret for reasons.
Even though everyone who knows who they are knows they're brothers. Anyway,
everyone.
Leader of Worlds.
The Leaders of
No,
Worlds.
I think, yeah, the Leader of Worlds wins here, and I think that they're gonna have some type of rematch before SummerSlam. This is important. I think that they'll have a rematch on some Raw before SummerSlam that will take place at the Hardy compound. Like, think House of Horrors, but a tag team match and funny.
And not awful.
And not awful. Because actually, no, not like House of Horrors. Ultimate Deletion, excuse me.
Thank you.
Okay. And it's like, imagine B Team going through the Hardy compound and like it's like a horror movie. Like they keeps getting scared shitless by all the weird like drones and shit.
And all of
And
a
then
sudden,
you could
all of a sudden,
have-
giraffe.
Well, and then you could have Jeff actually be there and do stuff, even though he's
Yeah.
recovering.
Like that would be fucking tits. How many weeks does SummerSlam build have?
Give me a
Like-
sec. I think a little over a month and a half. So, yeah. So I think.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I think was it the 19th and the 26th is SummerSlam.
Okay, so yeah, 5 or 6 weeks. That gives you plenty of time to have that rematch and then also crown a new number one contender. Say yeah.
Yeah, by the looks of it, it's going to be August 19th?
Okay.
Okay, so that's
If
5
Brooklyn...
weeks.
Yeah, Brooklyn is,
Brooklyn the 18th.
Yeah, Brooklyn 18th is... NXT TakeOver Brooklyn is on the 18th, so...
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
All right. Anyway, next match. Other
We
possible match.
have,
Go ahead.
we have AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Rusev Day Machka.
Like
Thank you,
I like this.
local ads for spoiling the match.
Hey, when it's AJ versus Rusev, you just gotta say thank you. You just gotta say yes.
Honestly, I just can't wait for the dueling chants. AJ
Yeah.
Styles, Rusev Day.
AJ's.
So I'm going to say something that might be a little bit controversial.
You taking Rusev?
No.
Oh.
Now I'm going to say something negative about AJ Styles. Yeah. When are we going to start acknowledging the fact that his pay-per-view matches as of late have not been good? Like,
Well,
he's had a with Shinsuke Nakamura, and before that he had a lackluster feud with Kevin Owens.
also
And like,
over at the indie scene, waves once again.
yeah, like AJ Styles has like every time we go, oh my god, dream match, AJ Styles versus blankety blank. Like the pay-per-views come around, it's just been like, well, that was a 3-star match.
So I can give you a simple example for why people say this and why AJ Styles is possibly the best wrestler in the world. So, hit spot the difference. It's AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles at Wrestle Kingdom. What's the difference?
Freedom.
I know what you're saying. You're saying that it's the WWE style.
No, I'm saying it's the WWE booking.
Okay. I direct you to Seth Rollins, who has to deal with the same bullshit and consistently has 4-star matches with goddamn everybody.
Well, actually, I think
Like-
this latest match, well, the Last Man Standing match, I think Meltzer gave 4 stars.
Yeah.
Well, that was by far the best match of the feud, and yeah.
It was also the end of the feud.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm just saying he's had like a run of like, oh god, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be amazing. That was okay. It could have been better.
Well, maybe Rusev will breathe some new life into it because it's a new, for once a new opponent. We have also different different styles clashing where Rusev's be more a striking. Well, actually no, both are striking and submission based. So
Yeah.
although
See,
good.
See, it's not really styles, it's more weight classes.
Oh yeah, sure. The big guy versus the little guy. Tales old
Well,
time.
Not really little guy, smaller guy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Anyway,
I do expect a good I do expect a good match out of these two.
I hope so.
If
Rusev needs it.
I'm trying to think what like one of the last like match where if it's anything like the fatal like oh geez, what was the last like match where like Rusev like barely won and like the crowd was like on their side. I think it was Clash of Champions last year. I think it was. Where
The fact that it's this hard to find a really good, like a standout Rusev match says a lot.
no, I mean no, he's had standout matches. It just I can't remember the exact match that it was, and I know he had like a couple. I know he had a couple this year, but it's just I'm just blanking on it. I think also because like this year has just been so bland.
The past year has been bland.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, are we all on the Styles train?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like Styles isn't dropping the title probably until the game launches, because AJ Styles is the cover athlete of 2K19.
That is true.
So I think that Styles is holding on to that title for a little while.
I also believe we've seen advertisements for Hell in a Cell with him holding the title.
Yeah, and him facing some Jupers.
Oh, that could be September because I know they're moving they're changing up the October one.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
when is 2K getting released?
October 19th, I think.
October.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always October at this point.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, final match on the card.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax in an Extreme Rules match for the Raw Women's Championship.
With Ronda Rousey at kind of ringside.
Yeah, the way that they kind of wrote her off was kind of baffling. It's just like she's suspended, but not from pay-per-views.
Yeah,
shows apparently.
Yeah, it's kind of that weird loophole.
See, she's not banned from pay-per-views. It's just she's bought a ticket.
I think she's
could,
banned.
They
She's
could
banned.
have. Yeah,
Okay.
They could have just said that. Like she's banned. She's banned from the pay-per-view, but she bought a ticket to. I
believe that's what they did say, though.
Yeah, because I remember.
But they still said she was banned from like. Don't make it sound like there's some weird loophole in the banning paperwork that says she could still show up to pay-per-views, because that's dumb.
But that's always been the thing. Like, oh, you
It's
can't
always
come.
been dumb.
You can't come to Raw unless I buy a ticket, or I can't be at this pay-per-view unless I buy a ticket, because then I'm not at the pay-per-view as part of the company. I'm there as a customer. That's kind of like the whole, like, that's a cliche in wrestling promotions, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa Bliss is going to win because she is going to drop that fucking belt to Ronda at SummerSlam.
And I can't wait for that to happen, because it's gonna be so good.
It'll be great.
Yep.
But either way, this can't be any worse than the last Extreme Rules match involving Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. So, I think what's going to happen is Alexa Bliss is going to win. She's celebrating. And she walks up to Sasha Banks, going, "I'm still the champion. I can beat you." Blah 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 blah, and then gets cold cocked. Not Sasha. Like, Alexa Bliss walks up to. No, Alexa Bliss walks up to Ronda Rousey, holding up the title, going, I can win, and then gets cold cocked.
Ooh.
And just crumples.
The counter to that would be, then, like, she's a fan who just attacked a wrestler. Should she not be arrested at that point?
Yeah.
Well,
and
remember,
then Kurt Angle is going to continue to be an incompetent general manager and be like, I'm going to have them be in a match at SummerSlam because of this.
Which makes sense in the storyline of Kurt Angle is an incompetent GM and is only still here because Stephanie McMahon hasn't been around.
Yeah.
Actually, that sounds like WWE booking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But anyway, I will take Alexa winning. Somehow.
It's an Extreme Rules match, dude.
Yeah, I know. Just.
Yeah, and when in doubt, always assume Alexa Bliss is going to go over.
Alexa Bliss wins.
I think it was you who made the allusion to she is worse than, like, Triple H at his berry-ness.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that, like, this is getting close to the Reign of Terror.
I'd say it's fucking there. Like,
Alexa Bliss has the Super Cena era.
No, the Triple H Raw era.
Yeah, from like 2002 when he buried fucking everyone. He buried Booker T, he buried Kane, he buried RVD, which is pretty much unforgivable in my book.
I just remembered Paul Heyman's greatest burn to JBL. The only reason you are champion is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and Gibbles had a look on his face like, "Oh, you caught me! Oh."
Oh, fuck you. I know it's right, but fuck you. You didn't have to bring that up.
No. It wasn't a look of "fuck you." It was just like he was jokingly like clutching his chest, like, "Oh, you slayed me, you bastard."
Accurate, though.
I also remember
It is
it's like, hey Edge, guess what? Matt freaking Hardy, and there's what?
It also is just like Gibbles was
Oh.
drunk off that point, so he probably didn't give a shit.
That probably would explain why he
Heyman's
punched
a
Blue Meanie.
Great promo guy.
Sure.
Anyway, I
Congrats
think we
to
should
Team Rocket.
end off here because I think we're all in agreement that Alexa is winning this, but isn't going to be holding on to it past SummerSlam.
No.
Yeah. She's only got the title because like Vince has a fucking boner.
I also think it's because Nia is not the best backstage.
Sure. Like if Roman and Alexa Bliss ever appeared on screen together, Vince's dick would fucking explode.
Insert that one gif of Vince McMahon here.
Oh
You know the
jeez.
one.
I know. I refuse to put that on. I have some
Put it
dignity.
on.
I have some
Put it
dignity.
on.
I have some
Dignity's
dignity.
dead. You watch wrestling for a hobby. You have no dignity.
Yeah, that's true.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
But yes, we will see you next time for the biggest party of summer, SummerSlam.
You've really been pushing that nickname. Are you being paid?
I plead the fifth.